Hi, it's Rachael Smith with RE/MAX up in Big Bear. If you are buying, selling, or even just living in a home in California, especially in a high fire risk area like the mountains, the foothills, or rural communities, then you've probably already felt the effects of the state's growing fire insurance crisis. Whether it's skyrocketing premiums, cancellations, or just flat out denial of coverage, fire insurance has become one of the biggest stressors for property owners in California over the past few years. So what's actually going on? Why is fire insurance such a problem in the state? And what can you do about it? In this video, I want to break down exactly what's causing the issue, what homeowners and buyers are facing right now, and what solutions are available or may be coming soon. Let's start with the root of the problem. Over the past decade, California has experienced an unprecedented number of wildfires, many of them destructive, fast-moving, and incredibly costly. Major insurance carriers have paid out billions in claims and in some cases more than they collected in premiums. That imbalance has caused several of the big-name insurance companies like State Farm and Allstate to either pause writing new policies in California or pull out of the high-risk zones entirely. And when insurance companies stop offering coverage in those areas, it creates a ripple effect. Fewer companies competing means less choice and higher prices. Some homeowners have seen their premiums double or even triple in just a year. Others have been dropped altogether and had to scramble to find new coverage. Sometimes through the California Fair Plan, which is often more expensive and less comprehensive than a traditional policy. For homebuyers, this situation adds a serious layer of complexity. Even if you're fully approved for your loan, if your lender can't get confirmation that the property is insurable with adequate coverage, the deal cannot close. I've seen buyers fall out of escrows simply because no insurance carrier was willing to take them on the property. And unfortunately, it's not just properties deep in the forest or on huge lots. It's affecting neighborhoods all over Big Bear, Lake Arrowhead, Malibu, Napa, and even now parts of San Diego County. If you're a seller, this affects you too. If your home is in a designated high fire zone and it's difficult for a buyer to obtain insurance, your home can become less attractive even if it's priced well. In some cases, sellers have had to offer credits to help buyers or pay the difference in premiums just to keep the sale moving forward. So what are your options if you're caught in the middle of all of this? Let's start with homeowners who already have a policy in place. First, don't let it lapse. Whatever you do, keep your coverage active. If your insurer decides not to renew your policy, you'll usually receive a 45 to 75 day notice. That gives you some time to shop around, but act quickly. Call your carrier, ask if there's anything that you can do to reduce your risk score, and make sure your home is in tip-top defensible shape. That brings me to defensible space and hardening your home. Two things that are becoming critical, not only for safety, but also for insurance eligibility. Some carriers are beginning to offer discounts or renewed policies if you can prove that you've taken steps to mitigate fire risk. That means clearing brush and vegetation within the required 30 to 100 feet of your home, installing ember-resistant vents, using fire-rated roofing materials, and making sure your decks and fences are built with ignition-resistant materials. Document everything. Before and after photos, receipts for work done, and any local fire clearance reports can make a big difference when negotiating with an underwriter. It's not a guarantee, but it strengthens your case. And now for buyers, work closely with your real estate agent and lender early in the process to identify any insurance red flags. The moment that you find a home you're serious about, start calling insurance brokers and asking for quotes. Don't assume that you'll get a policy in 24 hours like you used to. Some homes now require specialty underwriting, which can take several days or even weeks to complete. You might also hear about the California Fair Plan. It's a last resort insurance option funded by a consortium of insurance companies and overseen by the state. It's not meant to be a permanent solution, but it's there for people who truly can't get traditional coverage. Fair Plan policies generally cover fire damage only, which means you'll also need a separate wraparound policy for things like theft, liability, and water damage. Together, these policies can cost more than what you're used to, but they may be your only option. If you're a seller or thinking about listing soon, be proactive. Work with an agent who understands the insurance landscape and can help prepare buyers ahead of time. Provide fire clearance reports if you have them. Highlight fire-resistant upgrades in your marketing, and be ready to collaborate with buyers finding coverage. Now, let's talk about some of the solutions on the horizon. The California Department of Insurance is well aware of this crisis. In late 2023, the state introduced new regulations aimed at encouraging insurers to come back into the market by allowing them to price policies based on future risk models rather than just historical data, and by offering incentives to homeowners who fire harden their properties. This is a step in the right direction, but like most things in the government, it will take time to see full implementation. There's also a growing push for insurance reform at the federal level, and many wildfire-prone communities are banding together to create local fire safety councils, which can sometimes help reduce risk scores and make insurance more attainable for residents. If your neighborhood has one, consider getting involved. For investors and second homeowners, this is also something to keep an eye on. Some short-term rental platforms are requiring proof of insurance that specifically includes coverage for loss of rental income. Make sure you have the right type of policy in place. Not all homeowners insurances will cover vacation rental use. Finally, I want to say this: don't panic. Yes, the fire insurance situation in California is challenging, but it's not impossible. With preparation, the right team around you, and a willingness to adjust, you can still buy, sell, and own property here safely and responsibly. If you're looking for help with your particular property, or you just have questions about what you can do to make your home more insurable, reach out anytime. I stay current on all the fire insurance changes and can connect you with brokers who know how to navigate these high-risk zones. We're in this together, and while it might not be as easy as it once was, there are still paths forward. Thank you for watching, and stay safe out there. It's Rachael Smith with RE/MAX and Big Bear. Talk to you soon. Bye.